Hello and good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm doing really well. Thank you so much for having me. How are you?
Absolutely fantastic and very proud of what you're doing with PBS because the Short Film Festival is such a major importance in creative lives because you're providing a platform for the imagination.
Absolutely. I love that. Thank you so much. Yes, we are back for year 11 of the PBS Short Film Festival. Our tagline this year is Stories That Stick. And so we went live at midnight with 27 films, and
Wow.
we've broken them up into different categories so that people can find them as easy as possible. So we have identity, family, race, humanity, and culture.
I am
And so all those films are now available on our site.
I'm so glad that you said that and you broke it down like that because one of the things that I've always loved about PBS is that you do not hide the real world from people. You step in every direction and you stand proud to be with them.
Absolutely, yes, that's great, Arrow. That's the point of the film festival. We started in 2012 because we wanted to highlight voices that wouldn't necessarily have a platform like PBS to tell their stories. We've always been committed to doing this work, and so it's just been a great honor, and I just have absolutely loved working on this film festival for the past 11 years.
Have you seen a change in the culture of filmmaking and short storytelling? And the reason why I bring this up is because I always love reading the stories about Steven Spielberg, about his first ever effort and what inspired him. With all the digital technology today, my God, there are so many creative people releasing what they're thinking.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And especially over the past couple of years when we've been dealing with the global pandemic, it has really sparked a lot of creativity because, filmmakers sometimes in different spaces had less to work with, and they really, really got it done and did some incredible storytelling with mixed media, with using technology like Zoom,
Yep.
with using, just one room to tell a story and to do it with, one person, being respectful of social distancing and, things of that nature. So they've really had to dig into their creative bag and pull out everything they have to tell these stories. And so I honestly am so amazed that we still have so many great films to highlight during the film festival because these filmmakers they're amazing and they're so talented.
One of the things that I'm starting to see in a lot of the larger cities and things like this, and I know that PBS would be a part of this, is that I'm starting to see a lot of independent film theaters in the way that they are opening those doors as well. I mean, for you guys to plant the seed out here, people are opening the theaters going, wow, PBS is onto something.
Yes, yes, and it's so good to see. It really is because our point is to make sure that these filmmakers get to tell their story.
Yep.
We want to make sure that they get to reach as many people as possible with their perspective on things. And so to see other outlets, other media, doing that as well, and making sure that even from local festivals to doing it on digital platforms, however they're allowing and giving space for these filmmakers to tell their stories. It definitely warms my heart, and it makes me, just lets me know, and it reminds me that the work that we're doing is incredibly important.
To be in those meetings, a story to stick. I mean, what's required for a story to stick?
Those stories that once you get finished with the film, you keep thinking about it.
Yep.
You actually need a minute before you go on to the next one. You need some time, just to reflect on what you just watched, to maybe, come to grips with it because, this is a celebration. We like to have fun with the film festival, but some of these topics are heavy. Some of them, they don't have a celebratory tone. And so sometimes you need a second to reflect. And so those are the stories that stick. Great, funny stories can stick, but also the ones that are on the heavier side, those stick as well. And so we just wanted to make sure, that the films that are in this festival, that they're impactful, and that you walk away learning something, being inspired, to do something, or even just being comforted with a good laugh, because we need that as well.
Taryn, it's those stories that are heavy that create conversation, and that's the one thing that we need more than ever is the opportunity of, hey, by the way, did you guys see this? Oh my God, you got to experience this on PBS.
Absolutely. Absolutely, absolutely. And there's so many. There's a beautiful story about a husband and wife and how she took care of her husband during his illness, and it's called Chili and Millie, and it was such a beautiful it's just a beautiful story about love, but it's sad, because you're watching someone take care of someone they love until their last
Hmm.
days, and so those are stories that bring you reflection. Of course, there's hard stories that highlight the difficulties that we're still dealing with in this country around race, and there's some that dealing with identity and people who are living in their truth and sometimes what that means when they go out in the world. And so sometimes, those stories, those are hard, but like you said, they're necessary and they're important. And it makes it makes you have a conversation, those necessary conversations that
Well,
we need to have.
that's what I've always loved about PBS. I mean, all the way back to my childhood, PBS to me was that energy that shot us through the top of the soil so we could get sunlight and rain.
Yes. Wow. Good. Yeah, that's true. And I'm so proud to work for a place that really, it's not just talk. We walk this mission out, everywhere that we, put content out there. And so we're very, intentional about putting out things that we know that are going to make a difference, and so that's why I'm so proud to do this work. That's why I've been at PBS for 14 years. And that's why every day, whether it's walking into the building or logging off at the end of the day, I'm very, very proud of not only the work that, my immediate team does, but the organization as a whole.
What's the website where people can go? Because not everybody's going to be there right there when they first hear about this, because PBS is so connected to people. There's got to be some sort of connection beyond this.
Oh, oh, absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. All the films are available at pbs.org/film festival. And also, our films are available on our PBS video app.
Nice.
They're available on our PBS YouTube channel and our PBS Short Film Festival Facebook page. And so the festival runs from July 11th through July 22nd, but a lot of the films will still be available for streaming after the festival officially ends on the 22nd.
Oh, I'm so grateful for you. Thank you so much for being here today, Taryn.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Well, you be brilliant today, okay?
Oh, thank you. I love that. Thank you.